Ooh.
It is possible for me to do my production work on the go.
It has a really strong CPU, which is just as strong as my PCs at home, so I can get a ton of editing done no matter where I am.
A quad-core, 8-thread Intel Core i7 7700
Endless
GPU
midnight?
processor.
I think it's really important to find a good laptop like mine to get work done while you're
Never
traveling.
get what I
I'm
want.
seriously impressed with how well this performed, and I'm
Never get
much
what I
more
want.
likely to take my work on the go now that I have
What'd you
something
want?
to
So-
actually produce something.
We can either go start fresh and have you play from the start with a fresh character, Warlock, Titan, Hunter, whatever,
Warlock.
or we can play on my account. That's pretty much maxed out. I mean, the max item level here is 305. I'm 30. I mean, I'm pretty much the if we want to do item level here is 304. I'm 3.
We turn light on or something?
Is it too dark?
We turn light on or something?
Very crotchety.
Is that a good crotch shot?
I'm so crotchety.
Zoom in from.
Yeah, well, you can. Yeah, you can zoom it.
How do you do that?
I'm so crotchety.
Yeah, well, you can. Yeah, you can zoom it.
Oh, schnizzle.
Just two bros sitting on the couch. All right.
All right. All right. Let's.
Just two bros sitting on the couch. And in the reclamation.
All right. All right. Let's.
And in the reclamation.
Because we're counting down.
We're letting people join the channel
Yeah.
before we launch.
Yeah.
It's the Data Angel and First Person Feldy.
Yeah. Whatever. So much judgment has been
Called
being
branding.
It's branding.
It's branding.
ABB, always be branding.
passed. Yeah. Always be branding.
You're not live right now, right?
Oh,
Minute and a half.
5, 2 click.
only technically.
Yeah. Minute and a half.
ABB, always be branding, absolutely.
A B squared A.
Yes. Joseph!
Joe! No! Joe's drunk.
No wonder that bottle of Sky Vodka was empty.
Freaking Joe gets lit. So, we have a minute to decide. What would you
How about
rather do?
let's? I'll go through a couple just boring things,
Okay.
and then we'll and this is what the game is, how it's expected to be played.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right.
This is how you have fun in Destiny.
Yeah, right.
How it's wait for your friend to grind through the entire game and just hand you their controller.
That's exactly what it is.
Grind through the entire game and just hand you their controller.
That's exactly what this public event to be done. This guy. He's gonna be my friend. He's gonna be my friend.
Hold on,
Wait, who dat?
Wait, hold on.
Wait. Wait. New tone, who this?
Hey everybody, welcome to GameFly Live.
Hello.
Today's
We
segment.
are featuring today, we've got our man Data Angel. He's going to drop all the data knowledge you need about any video game you got.
Then I see.
Data Angel is gonna drop all the data knowledge you need about any video game you got. Boom.
Boom! Yeah, there we
All
go.
right, everybody, we're still figuring out the kinks. We got Data Angel. He's going to drop all the data on all the stuff that you need. And we got First Person Feldy, who's our resident first-person shooter expert.
It's right there.
So get ready. We're going to be playing Destiny 2 today. And here we go with your hosts today, Angel Castrahone and Michael Feldman.
What is up?
Hi everyone. If you couldn't tell from the picture, because I don't know why you couldn't be able to tell, but I'm Data Angel.
And I'm first person Feldy.
There we go. So right now, Feldy is going through a public event called the Witch's Ritual. We are currently trying to capture the hex circles and defeat wizards. You have to defeat 2 wizards. So far we've gone 1. We have 3 minutes and 25 seconds remaining. And Feldy, what's going on?
I'm using a big rocket launcher to kill these witches.
You're raining hellfire.
I am. I mean, this rocket launcher is really cool. Not only does the main round hit its target, but it blows up into a bunch of cluster bombs. Let me show you. And cluster bombs.
Damn.
And it's pretty sick, no lie. And it's probably one of the best rocket launchers in this game. And you can't get it unless you do the raid. Pretty sick, no lie.
Wait.
There's a raid. There's a raid.
Can we, how many, is this a full fire team raid?
Yes.
Is that the only way to go through it?
Yes. I cannot solo it. I'm not that good, even though I try to be that good. So, unfortunately, the only people that have been able to actually do it with the not max number of players is just a couple people. And they've only done it with 3 people. It's not soloable yet. It's probably soloable pretty soon, but I don't think... There's a lot of it's not a lot of killing stuff. There's a lot of puzzles. There's a lot of things that take multiple people to do, multiple people standing on platforms. I just died.
That'll happen.
That it's gonna happen a lot, people. I mean, I'm good at first-person shooters, and
It's in his name.
Yeah, it's in my name. Exactly. But at the same time, I wish I was better. I wish I was better for you guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Small disclaimer, I'm not the best. Even though I try to claim to be.
Let's see. So you did the second witch. That one's taken care of.
So this is the main boss. So the 2 witches were kind of like starters. They were the appetizers. This witch is the main course.
The main course. What's planned for dessert?
Dessert is loot from a chest.
That's what we're talking about.
That's dessert. So hopefully I get something really good out of the chest. I'm hoping for an exotic engram. And we'll explain to you what that is if I get one. And if I don't get one, well then we'll just explain it anyway. But
because I have the data.
Yeah, it's in your name. It's in your name.
This is true.
So I'm killing all these little thralls. I'm trying to kill the boss. I'm basically the only one doing this. This little public event. So it's kind of hard. I don't have random people joining me. I'm not in a team. So it's a little bit hard for me. I don't have random people joining me. I'm not in a team.
So because you're potentially talking about the legendary chests and exotics and all that stuff.
Yes.
I was trying to look up Destiny 2 drop rates.
It's bad.
And the first thing I came was like, oh, Destiny 2 released September 6th. That's not
Yeah,
that's not the type of drop I'm talking about.
Exactly. What Data Angel is trying to say is the drop rate of armor piece, weapon piece, or an engram, if we're talking about, since we're talking about Destiny, the actual like percentage chance that actually drops on the floor so I can loot it. It's not drop dates. Like the internet was trying to say, hey, I got a bright engram though. That's pretty cool. I might be able to get some cosmetic stuff. So let's see what I get out of my chest. And we get the exotic engram.
Nice.
What? This is not pre-recorded, people. I promise we are live. I did not know I was going to get that. That is pretty cool.
We got a comment on screen. Joe, what's the comment say? Oh, that's not a comment.
So explain what an exotic engram is.
So an exotic engram is a special piece of armor that's exotic. It's really rare to get. I have a lot of them since I've been grinding out this game a lot. But at the same time, you have to do at least, like, I don't know, 15, 20 public events. Even though they take about, if you're doing it in a full fire team of 3 people, they take about 5 minutes each to do. But 5 times 20, you're looking at 2 hours, 2-3 hours. And it's not, don't be like, oh, I just did 15 and I didn't get one. Well, that's not how it works.
On average.
That's not how it works.
Average.
Destiny works on a slot machine, and I like to call it a slot machine. So you have a percentage chance of that slot machine actually landing on the correct 3 in a row to get the exotic. It's not predetermined, like if I do 15 public events, I'll get an exotic engram. That's not going to happen. So, I mean, there is a lot of what we like to call in the data world RNG,
Or
random number generation.
yes.
So
You gotta pray to RNG.
you got to pray to RNGesus. I mean, I didn't technically pray to RNGesus. The exotic engram just happened to pop up.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Right now, I'm gonna go into my directory and kind of show you. So we're trying to do the flashpoint on Titan. Titan is a planet.
Wasn't Titan the moon? Isn't it Jupiter's moon?
Yes, you are actually right. It is not.
I took a tour of JPL one time.
Oh, sick.
And now I know about the universe.
Oh, sick, dude. You're the best. But we're going to go to the tower, and we're going to open up the exotic engram, and we're going to see what's in it. The tower is basically where all the Guardians hang out. It's the
central hub.
It is the central hub. You are 100% correct. It's actually a really cool central hub. There's my ship.
Nice.
We'll open up the menu to let you guys see what the menu is actually looks like. And that's my Titan. 301 max light is 305. Looks like.
There are many others like it, but that one is his.
Yes, this one is mine. But I'm almost there. Well, I think we'll get maybe max
Did you
light.
undo the engram?
So the engram
Did you have to go to Rahul or something?
is right there. Exotic engram 298. So the engram guys in chat were hoping for the exotic Titan helmet, insurmountable skull fort. That's what we're crossing our fingers for.
Hold on, let me look.
So Destiny loves putting RNG on top of RNG on top of RNG. It's actually a little bit of it's a little bit annoying.
What was it called again? It's a helmet?
It's an insurmountable skull fort.
I found it.
Yes, it is we like to call it best in slot.
It gets you unlimited grenades, unlimited shoulder charges.
Are we looking at Destiny 2?
Yeah, Destiny 2.
Oh wow, okay.
This Titan exotic.
It is actually really overpowered, and if we get it, that'd be awesome. If we don't get it, well, we'll just keep on trying.
And just a quick little excerpt from VG247. The insurmountable skull fort is an exotic Titan helmet returning from the original game, can essentially give you unlimited shoulder charges and unlimited grenades if you play your cards right.
Yes. It just doesn't give you all these things. You actually have to play correctly for you to be able to get all that. An exotic just doesn't make you win the game. Unfortunately, I wish.
You can't just pay to win.
I know, crazy. You actually have to play the game well to be able to, do well in the game. Crazy. I don't know. But cross your fingers, people. Pray to RNGesus. Please be the Titan helmet, insurmountable skull fort. It is not, but we got the war rig, and that is actually really good. The war rig allows me to steadily reloads a portion of your equipped auto rifles magazine from reserves. Huh? You know what? We're gonna put that on.
Wait, let's go. Let's read that one more time. It just steadily reloads.
So we're gonna just details.
Portion.
So we're gonna go over to this auto loading link. Steadily reloads a portion of your equipped auto rifles magazine from reserves. It's actually super sick. It allows me to just keep firing an auto rifle without doing the reload animation. I think this is the correct shader we are going to add so it matches the rest. I am a huge matching guy. If stuff does not match, it actually bugs me a little bit. I think that works.
See, I like to go the exact opposite. The more it clashes, the funnier it is for me.
Oh no.
Just because it's like
My
can't even-
OCD goes crazy
it's like
if it doesn't match.
I can't even see you, man. Like,
I know. But we're gonna add this. We're gonna apply it because this is actually a really good Titan chest, and I'm using an auto rifle. So it's kind of, you want to go into weapons
Yeah,
that I'm using.
Yeah, let's pull that up.
So we'll get to gameplay. We just want to explain to you what's going on so you guys aren't completely lost when we're going around killing stuff.
So you play Destiny 1.
I did play Destiny 1.
so-
I played a ton of Destiny 1.
Too much Destiny 1?
Too much Destiny 1. I'm surprised that I'm playing Destiny 2 and have grinded Destiny 2 as much as I have.
That's true. So at the end of Destiny 1, if I recall correct, well actually I stopped after the Lone Wolves.
Oh, House of Wolves.
House of Wolves.
So
DLC.
after House of Wolves was, I'm pretty sure it was the Taken King, if I'm not mistaken. Jason,
That sounds about right.
I think it was Taken King, and Taken King added a. What did they add? Anything? But new weapons, new raid. I mean, Taken King was the first expansion. Like you had to go out, you had to buy a new disc, you had to download it. House of Wolves was a DLC technically. Taken King was a expansion because it had a new level cap, new light cap, a brand new raid, a brand new weapons, brand new exotics, brand new story, this, that, the other. So Destiny 2 is actually I would like to call it an expansion. It is not technically a sequel. It's not.
So the game picks up on Destiny 2 where the light is
So Destiny 2.
the
So
hub gets attacked.
you know, we'll get into that.
Okay.
And we'll let you play
Oh,
from
that's
the
right.
start, and
right.
we'll let you kind of just show everybody what the prologue and the start of the game. We will. We
yeah,
will
yeah,
do. I'm about to hand over the sticks to Data Angel because he hasn't played Destiny 2 yet.
I have not. It's all brand new to me.
I have played so much Destiny 2 that I'm willing to give up the sticks for him to play. But first, we're going to finish this flashpoint over on Titan because it gives me a powerful engram. And what a powerful engram is an engram filled with power, really, really good, powerful gear that helps me get my light level. Because if you didn't see there, actually, I didn't even explain what I was doing. I was
Not
too.
even once.
So I went to the gunsmith and I exchanged some
Loading.
I exchanged some weapon parts. No. I exchanged some weapon parts to get rep, and I got enough rep for a legendary engram that has a weapon in it.
And rep is for your whatever guild you're in, or not guild?
No, so reputation, really, I wish they did something more with reputation. The only thing they did with reputation is you go to certain planets, so we're going to Titan, and if you can, we'll go back to my inventory, and if you can see, there they are. Arcology tokens. You exchange those for rep with the Guardian, or with the rep vendor on Titan. After we have enough, I'll go back. After we get the flashpoint, I'll go to the rep vendor, and you can see me exchange those tokens for rep. And the whole thing behind it is just turning in 20 tokens, leveling up your rep with a reputation vendor or a rep, and basically getting a legendary engram. And legendary engram is basically the same thing as an exotic engram. It's got random loot in it, but the cool thing is there are certain sets per rep vendor per planet. So I'll go over that after as well, just to let you see, and then we'll give the sticks over to Angel. This public event doesn't start for another 2 minutes, so we're gonna just kind of go and rummage around. I'm gonna try and find chests. There's random chests in here that give me reputation tokens. Is this anything? Oh wait. Oh, we can investigate it. Let's see what our ghost says.
Looks like the ghosts got smaller.
They did, and they took Peter Dinklage out of the voiceover.
Well, I mean, they took him out halfway through Destiny 1.
I was so pissed. Honestly, I was so mad. I was like, Peter Dinklage is the man, and I was so excited for him to be my partner in crime, basically, through Destiny 1. But whatever, they got this voice actor. He's kind of, I feel like he's a little bit vanilla. There's not like much to him. He's just, I don't know. He doesn't have a lot in his voice.
It just doesn't sound the same when he says, "You've opened the hive," or "You've woken the hive."
Exactly. Oh my gosh, that was the best line in Destiny 1 for sure. Oh man, maybe we should do a Destiny 1 and go through Destiny. Best line in Destiny 1 for sure. Next month.
The loot cave, that was so much fun.
Oh my gosh, I stood in front of the loot cave for hours and hours and hours. So, I think...
Sorry, but
No.
just something funny that I remember about Destiny 1 is that people were coming up with like elaborate like rigs to just leave their controllers there.
Oh my gosh, I
just,
totally
like,
remember that. Yes.
like,
you would
farm the loot cave.
Yeah, you would just kind of I mean, I've seen some people tape their game controller to like, I don't know, the trigger on your game controller, and it just fired in that direction. Because all you had to do, you didn't need to kill anything. You just had to tag it with a bullet, and you got loot. It was easy. It was like people would go to work for 8 hours, and they'd have a ton of engrams in their mailbox, or there would just be a ton of engrams on the ground when they got home from work. So, I mean, that was a little bit cheesy. We're not going to go against him because the public event has started. That's why it got all black and dark. That's not us. That was the game. So we're going to go back to where that public event was. There's a couple guys just kind of crowding around it. And oh, this is the fun one. I like doing this one. It's easy. We can make it heroic really, really fast. So making a public event heroic, there's normal events and then there's heroic events. Making a heroic event is really easy. You just kind of do something. There's little things during the event, like this guy is gonna drop orbs, so we can put them in these so we can get the cannons. And if we get all the orbs and all the cannons unlocked, it unlocks a heroic event. So, do we have any questions in the chat?
No questions yet.
Monsieur Joe?
We don't have time.
Okay, for sure.
And they've kind of kept the same scarab type design for this.
Yes, they have. They're like I said, it's not a brand new Destiny. It's an expansion. Unfortunately, Bungie do not get at me.
And
but
for those
of
you who don't know what a scarab is, it's a vehicle in Halo that you also blow up because the Covenant has something in there that you have to go in, dig out some elites, get some data, and then bounce.
Bingo. It was basically you had to destroy the power core.
Yeah.
And you being Master Chief in Halo was of course you got it done. I mean, there. If you didn't get it done, then you wouldn't be the Master Chief. That's just how it worked. But funny enough, if you didn't get it done, Destiny 2 and Destiny is made by the same people that make Halo. So I mean, not a big surprise there that a lot of designs are coming from there.
I think we can use these assets. Let's just throw over here now.
Yeah, might as well, right? What's it gonna hurt? So that one is destroyed, and if you guys didn't notice, there was a little heroic event started, and we're just gonna dominate it. We're gonna super. We're just gonna kind of go on top of him. Hammer fist. We're just gonna kind of let this guy just kind of die from all of our electric pools that we made. Like I said, really easy. If you have like 3 or 4 people doing this, it's literally face roll at this point. Like I said, really easy.
And for the uninitiated, there are 3 different types of weapon types.
Yes.
There's kinetic, energy, and power.
Yes, you are 100% right.
So, Toby, can you tell us what type of energy does better against this type of enemy?
So it depends on the shield. You will see on the shield milestone updated. We did it, guys.
Done did.
We done did it. So right now, when a boss is, maybe I can show you an example. Maybe I will show you an example. So bosses don't technically have a weakness to a certain element.
Gotcha. Because they're
Got it.
bosses.
Because they're bosses. Like if they had a weakness to a certain element, they'd be too easy to kill. So let me try and find that boss guy, dude, that I said that we would come back to. Maybe he's still rolling around here. I tried to punch him. Didn't. Hold on. Is he over there? Nope. But you can tell by the shields around the enemy what kind of energy they're weak to. Bingo. There he is. Okay. You see this guy?
Oh,
he's weak to my auto rifle, which is electricity, basically. So we can melt him down pretty quick. Even though he is an elite, I might die. But we're gonna just break open the big
Trying to
guns.
see what blue is.
I think it's an electric.
Blue kinetic?
Blue is kinetic is your primary. So kinetic is just it's non-element. It's just like shooting straight bullets. There's nothing to it. So we're gonna kill this guy. I think he's a kind of a random boss. Yeah, he drops a chest. We're gonna get a rep token from him and some glimmer. Is basically the money that we get in Destiny. Right now, we're gonna show you what the rep vendor is.
Oh, okay.
But to explain to you the rest of the elements, I'm gonna just go in here. So we have blue, which is lightning or electric. We also have this loads. We'll have electric. Fire. Fire. We also have fire, and we also have void. Fire. Bunch of different bosses.
Void is purple magic stuff.
Yes, void is purple magic stuff.
Solar, fire. So I guess that would be the
Yep.
orange, and arc would be blue.
Arc would be blue. You are 100% right. Purple magic stuff would be blue. So here's the rep vendor. We have 10 tokens.
Sloan, you're a loose cannon.
Yeah, I know. She is basically just a rep vendor. She really doesn't have a story. They don't explain to us who she is. She's a field commander, but it's like, how did you get there? Where is this going? I mean, she's just there, I guess. The campaign really doesn't tell you. But I really didn't pay attention to the campaign, so I really can't tell you. I just grinded my way to max level and started grinding my light level. So, but that was the reputation vendor. Actually, if you can see, we'll go back to her. I forgot to tell you guys something. So, we'll get a... Once this bar hits all the way to the end, we'll get a archaeology engram. So basically legendary engram, and we can see what things we can get. So, when this loads, I can be a spaceman. I can be a spaceman.
Like a space ranger?
Like a space ranger. We can be space police, since we're already space police, technically. So there's special weapons to certain vendors, and there's certain armor pieces. And we also have certain shaders. These are kind of ugly. I don't like them. But this being space police is pretty cool. But now we're going to go back to the tower, and we're going to see what. Oh, that's right. I get a sparrow. We'll go over that later. But we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to the tower and show you guys what's up. But we're gonna go back to the tower. Yep, it's show you guys what's up. Cade 6.
So Cade.
Yep.
All the trailers.
He is from all the trailers. Remember, do it for the loot.
Right.
Don't do it for Earth. Do it for the loot.
Exactly. I'm surprised Earth is still planet this far late into the future.
You know, me too. But at the same time, we do have the Traveler, which kind of keeps us kind of in line, keeps the bad guys away. You'll see from when Angel plays, you'll be able to see what happens to the Traveler.
Unless it's gonna be one big tease, and I never play just to keep you
No,
watching.
after this engram, we're gonna swap over.
I
We're
don't-
going to.
It's okay if I don't get to play.
Wow, shots fired.
No, it's okay.
No, you know
No,
what? I'm gonna
no.
keep the sticks.
Oh, okay.
No,
I did.
I'm just kidding. But no, you know what? I'm gonna keep the sticks. These long cutscenes are kind of annoying. Destiny
Load scenes.
Bungie promised me that I'll be able to control my ship.
They have been promising that since Destiny Uno.
Uno. They haven't delivered. I know we're talking a lot of crap on this game, but it is a good game. I know it is a good game though. It's fun. I've played a lot of it. Maybe that's why. I know it is a good but we'll see what we got. We're gonna just delete this because it's too low light level for me
Actually, I
to-
think we're the
I didn't even understand that. What was that? Was that English?
a little bit
Was that English?
part of it.
I didn't even understand.
Found good bone structure.
Yes. Solar Paragon.
Found good.
There's a lot in Destiny that we are not telling you guys because it's a little bit boring and we don't want to bore you too. Mods are a whole different monster. There's a lot of data that goes into that. But guys, we're hoping for a scout rifle.
All right.
We're hoping for a scout rifle. If we grab a scout rifle, guys,
Changing
oh
all the
my
bits and
gosh.
zeros and ones.
Oh. Guys, we didn't get a skull, a
Dune
rifle,
Marchers.
but we got Dune Marchers, which did I have Dune Marchers? Guys, we didn't get a skull. Are they increased sprint speed? Sprinting builds after melee attacking an enemy. That charge will chain damage to nearby enemies.
Did they ever say why they limited the amount of exotics you can have equipped?
You know, because it would be really OP.
Right. Well, why couldn't you just scale the character difficulty then?
As in what way? What are we talking about?
So, from when I played Destiny 1, I think there was that limit of only having 2 exotics equipped at any time.
Yes.
So I guess that's still there, yeah?
Yes.
And so, like, they've also said, like, the reason that they don't let you have more is because, like what you said, like, you're powerful.
Right.
Well, if that's the case, why not just make the enemies a little harder? What?
What? I was
they're
disconnected. They were all like, "Yo, this guy's way too good at this game. We need to DC him."
Well,
Sick. Good job, Bungie.
Maybe they saw the stream.
Maybe they saw the stream.
And like,
Maybe
oh,
they're
he doesn't
like,
like the game.
"Oh yeah,
Okay,
right.
maybe, yeah.
I'm getting DDoSed already. Yay!" But
Yeah, so I mean, I'm just saying, like, just
yeah, right. I'm getting DDoSed.
increase the difficulty then. If it
Oh, increase the difficulty. Oh, I see what you're saying now. So increase the difficulty of the game so we can have multiple exotics equipped. Is that what?
yeah, I mean, like, wouldn't.
So here's the thing. What I really don't like about this game, exotics aren't supposed to be gotten so easily, if that makes sense. In D1, having one exotic weapon and one exotic armor piece was really rare. And they knew that people weren't gonna just be flooded with exotics and just completely just needing to put on more exotics. So, but now I kind of feel that I'll actually show you my collection. I'll show you the collection of exotics.
Feldy's a collector.
I am a collector. I'll show you the collection. But at the same time, the exotics are so niche that there are some exotics that only work for certain specs. Like, this one is really good because Doom Archers is really good. Because it increases my sprint speed and sprint builds up static charge. After melee attacking an enemy, the charge will chain damage to nearby enemies, which is great because I play a Striker Titan. And my shoulder charge does AoE damage regardless. So it just kind of amplify that. But I see what you're saying. A lot of people actually complain about this. Not being able to have multiple exotics equipped. And I think that's why. It's just that they're so niche that having one equipped is enough. Having all this exotic gear on, which I'm about to show you, I think would be a little bit too much. I think it would be a little bit too much. If they made set pieces, that would be cool. Like, let's say we go into a raid and have, let's say there's a 2-piece bonus. That I have gloves and chest from the raid, and it says 2-set bonus, and it's like extra damage when using auto rifles, or after reloading, you have a short duration of bonus damage, or something like that. And the 4-piece is super sick. Like, every other bullet is a explosive round that blows up, doing bonus damage or something like that. Now that would be cool. Like other MMOs, I don't want to call this an MMO. It's a. Now that would be cool. It's an RPG with it's an online RPG with no.
What would be the opposite of a massive?
It's an online
minuscule online multiplayer game.
I mean, I guess it is minuscule.
We got a question from the crowd.
Woo 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 woo!
Dim Brodus
yes.
asks, "What class are you guys?" Let's walk through classes.
So let's walk through classes.
Thank you, Dim Brodus.
Thank you. Wait, what's his name?
Dim
Brodus. Dim Brodus. Right now I'm playing a Titan. So let's, if you don't mind, if we can stall giving Angel the sticks to go over.
Can that just be the
class?
running gag where I know?
Yeah, you never get to play. Yeah, right, exactly. So let's kind of go over it. I play a Titan. We're actually we're the big bulky soldiers. We're by the books. We're as you can see by my armor, I got big shoulder pads with spikes on them. If you notice, we'll go over this right now, is the enhancements that my armor gives me is mobility, resilience, recovery. Mobility, basically, as you can see, increases your movement speed and maximum jump height. Titans, I mean, you can build it that way. I'm built that way. I kind of like an even stats across the board. I don't like putting so much into one stat that it hurts my other ones.
Well, I'm built for tough.
I am. You know what? You are built for tough. Oh my gosh. Mobility, resilience increases the amount of damage you can take before dying. I mean, that's kind of explains itself. Recovery is increases the speed in which you regain lost health. Basically, my shields. It's really easy. I mean, Titans. I've seen Titans build full resilience and have like 10 resilience and only like 1 mobility and like 2 recovery. I mean, they're hard to kill, but they're really slow and aren't mobile enough, or they'll go full mobility and no resilience, no recovery, and they're like wet tissue paper when you shoot them. Literally, it's just, I mean, 4 bullets to the head usually kills a really squishy Titan. And full recovery is actually doesn't help you unless you're getting shot at. And if you have no resilience, you're dying before the recovery can even actually help you. So,
read the instructions before you play.
Instruction manual. Do the homework. This game needs you to do homework. There's guides and stuff like that. I don't use guides. I like kind of experimenting.
Do it live.
Yep, for science. So we're going to go over to the specs of the Titan. So I play as Striker. So Striker, let's kind of go into the tree. So Striker Titans, their ultimate is Fist of Havoc. Supercharge your fists and slam the ground with the force of Maelstrom.
This looks a little bit more expanded than Destiny 1.
Yes, it is. So Destiny 1 was actually really complicated. It was really complicated. There's actually half the amount. There were
by like
it was like three down by like 10 over.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff to go through. So they simplified it, and basically you can go to there's two trees you can choose from. So, but before we do that, that's the ultimate Fist of Havoc. We got Barrier, Towering Barricade. It's a big barrier. You can't shoot through it. but it covers a lot more space. Rally Barricade is actually a smaller barrier where you can crouch behind and shoot over. So I picked the big barrier. I feel like it works better. I don't like. I mean, I have no problem shooting on either side of it. Rally Barricade, I don't feel like it really does anything. I don't feel like it really gives you the cover that you need. It's really good in Crucible though. I see a lot of Titans running Rally Barricade in Crucible. Crucible is basically it's PvP. So imagine Call of Duty.
Player versus player.
Player versus player. So, and then after that we have the lifts. So we have Strafe Lift, which I am spec'd into. It allows me for more directional control. So it actually, back in Destiny 1, I don't know if you played a Titan in Destiny.
I did not.
Okay.
But is that where you jump up in there and you point and aim and then you stay in the air?
So no, so that was a completely different talent. That was
a warlock thing, I think.
Yes, you are. We'll go over the warlocks when you play warlock.
Okay.
When I give you the sticks.
That was a spoiler. I didn't
Yes.
say I was gonna pick warlock.
So
showed my hand too soon.
So back in Destiny 1, there was something called a Titan Strafe, or it's Titan Skate, sorry. And you were able to skate along. I think we're going to have a guest appearance. Peter, Mr. Peter Howell, if you want to come hang out with us. We're going over my Titan that I have right now.
Yeah.
So...
Destiny 2?
In Destiny 2. So we're explaining. I don't know in Destiny 1. Did you play a Titan in Destiny 1?
And welcome to the stage,
Indeed, I did.
Project Manager Peter Howell.
Peter Howell. Say hi. Say hi to the stream. The camera's right there. See the blue light?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Don't mind me.
So back in D1, did you ever hear of Titan skating?
I did, but I never saw it myself.
So Strafe Lift allows you to Titan skate. Sort of. They kind of nerfed it. It was really OP. It allowed Titans to kind of just get to place really, really quickly. That's why I like that. It's a good Crucible talent.
Just about to say, for PvP, that's very attractive.
Yep. Allows me to basically get out of a firefight really, really easily if I'm losing. So it kind of gives me another element to be able to survive. But high lift is good, greater heights. I mean, there's not much to it. And then the third one is catapult lift. It gives you a good strong initial burst of momentum. But I think strafe lift is the go-to for sure. So after that, above that is grenades. We have flashbang grenade, which you think would sound pretty cool, but it doesn't see much play, right?
Yeah, I didn't really find much.
Would sound pretty cool, but
it doesn't cases for it on that. Yeah, I didn't really find much.
Right.
But PvE, it seems pretty effective. But PvE, it seems a ton of enemy pretty effective up on its play stuff.
Sure.
Have like a ton of something that is accurate, like
sure.
It's
It allows the target to be a little bit more staggered for you to actually get some rounds on it.
And if you have a gun that's got a lot of impact too, I mean, you're kind of unstoppable.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I'm running 2 guns by caliber right now, so it's pretty overpowered. We'll go more. I think we'll go by caliber after this. So pulse grenade is the go-to. I like the pulse grenade. I can throw it anywhere. It's a big bubble. It pulses. It damages enemies wherever I throw it. I mean, it's pretty much. I think most striker Titans go over the pulses. It damages. Lightning grenade. It's actually a little grenade that you can stick on the wall, and lightning bolts shoot out of it. It used to be back in D1. I hate going back and saying back in D1.
Back in D1.
Back in D1.
I can say D2. It's like the Mighty Ducks.
I know. Oh,
D3.
that could have been the stream name. D2, the Mighty Ducks. Oh man, another day.
The question becomes, what is the knuckle pucker?
Oh, there you go. There you go.
But it's the lightning grenade. It's pretty much the same.
So we're going to go to. There you go.
So I guess were you done?
Yeah, I mean.
Slide right in, baby. Go for it.
I mean,
You take us up.
all right. So we'll come back in a minute. We're gonna take a quick break and continue with the breakdowns of Titan subclasses, and maybe I'll get to play a game.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Don't count on it. Just kidding.
That's just. Hello, everyone, and we're back from break. Thank you for waiting. You enjoyed a lovely GameFly commercial, and now
So we're gonna hand over the sticks to your boy Data Angel. I'm sorry we didn't go through all of the Titan specs. We can do that a little bit later or in the next stream. Tune in. But for now, we're gonna let Data Angel kind of go through, pick a class, create a character, and do whatever he wants.
All right. Well, back in the D1 days.
Oh my gosh.
I usually roll with Warlock.
Okay.
So let's go through the player creation.
Man.
So we have the Titan, which is what first person Feldy was playing. We got the Hunter. They're agile and daring. Hunters are quick on their feet and quicker on. Enemies are really fast at shooting things.
Thank you.
The Warlocks weaponize the mysteries of the universe to sustain themselves and devastate their foes. That sounds too mysterious, so I'm gonna pick that.
So Warlocks basically use, I don't want to say magic because really it's not magic, but at the same time, it's magic.
It's future magic.
Yeah. So we're gonna go male or female here.
I don't know.
It's magic.
They can.
Exo is safe.
They will all
So we're gonna go male or female.
destroy the evil forces. That just looks like a generic character, dude.
No, I don't know.
We'll go Awoken. I think it was Awoken last time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty good Warlock raid, to be honest. Like Awoken, they're mysterious. I think they do dabble in magic of some sort.
He's gonna be pissed off Warlock.
Okay. Oh, dude, that guy has a very dominant magic. Like that guy just.
It's a strong chin.
That's a strong chin.
He's not gonna get knocked out.
No.
Is what we're trying to say.
A little bit of a butt chin.
Yes, he does. He does have a clef.
There's nothing wrong with a butt chin.
No. Chin butt? Yes, he does. Oh, I don't know about that. I feel like.
I feel like butt chin is you're interrupting a gentleman from China.
Butt
You
chin.
gotta go chin butt.
Oh, chin butt. Yeah, I think.
Chin
Yeah,
butt.
yeah.
Doing the other order.
You don't
Butt chin.
Butt
You
chin.
don't want to accidentally interrupt anyone.
Not
Butt
at all.
chin. I think. Ooh,
Chin.
All right, guys, we got a question from Dim Brodus.
what's up?
Dim Brodus.
What are some of the new features that Destiny? All right, guys, we got a question from Dim
So one of the new features, which I really liked them doing, this was a community ask of the Destiny community of the
That
Bungie.
face just really makes me.
Community ask.
It does.
It does.
It totally looks like Kurt Russell.
And you got to go with it.
That's
all
true.
right.
The Kurt Russell.
Do it live. Eye color. What color are Kurt Russell's eyes?
The color dreamy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so dreamy.
Oh, no, I want to finish.
No, you didn't. Oh, you know what? We can go back and you can delete the character and restart. Screw it.
And I didn't even get to look at the other stuff. No,
You know what? We're just gonna push through. So, Dim Brodus, to answer your question, the one big thing that they changed is that if you remember in Destiny 1, the primaries were scout rifles, pulse rifles, auto rifles, hand cannons. Those primaries were not allowed to be elemental in any way. And then your power weapons were your sniper rifles, your fusion rifles, and your shotguns. Those were all allowed to be elemental. And then you had your heavies, which was your rocket launchers, your swords, and your machine guns, which were allowed to be elemental. Now they've changed up the entire way you use weapons. As you could see, when I was playing, I was using a kinetic scout rifle with an elemental auto rifle with a elemental rocket launcher. So it's no longer primary power heavy, it's kinetic elemental power weapon. So that's like it completely changed how you played the game, how you wanted to play the game, what weapons you wanted to use. They also added new weapons, submachine guns. They also added fusion rifles.
Fusion rifles were always there. It's just they made fusion rifles. They made them power weapons.
Fusion rifles. Were there few? I don't.
Oh yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. They made them for sure.
Because I know the sleeper simulant was the exotic.
There's a ton, absolutely. There's a ton of fusion.
Because I know the sleeper simulant was
one product that comes up. There's X-Myth Blast, even though it felt like more of an.
You know what? You're right. It was. Yeah, you're right.
But they had a lot of even though it felt like more of an.
You know what? You're right.
It was.
Was it? Did Iron Banner bring more into D1? Because I don't remember anything else but Mythos.
I think so. And then one other heavy that they took, one heavy they took out was.
Yes, they did. I
I
don't know.
I'm not a fan of.
I don't agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Machine guns just added another level of another weapon to use. Like I know it was really insane in Crucible. Like if you got heavy ammo in Crucible with a rock, I mean, machine guns killed in 2-3 shots to the body. So there wasn't much skill used. Yes. So.
Tell me you couldn't load during the cutscene?
What?
You couldn't load?
Yeah, I know. It suspense. You're wanting to play the game now.
No, I'm just angry because I don't
Oh,
know what's
okay, for
happening.
sure.
There's a lot of small little
Yeah.
changes I feel like they've made, just the way that.
Oh, okay, for sure. I really
Cutting out a lot of the fat, right? Like no blue engrams don't need to be decrypted, so it just gets straight to you get used.
Right. You're. I love and hate the engram system.
Yeah.
Because it's Bungie going, like I said, adding RNG on your RNG. So I finally get this legendary engram, but it can be 100 different things. It could be shoulders, helmet, kinetic, elemental. It could be anything. But that's what really kind of bugs me. You can't target something anymore. Like if you wanted to target a scout rifle in Destiny 2 right now, it's kind of tough. I want Endless Midnight.
Yeah.
Which is the Vanguard scout rifle, and I'm having terrible luck getting it. So,
Well, I'm sorry.
oh, do you have it?
And
Oh, I hate you. You know what? I decrypted it. I dismantled it because I didn't know how overpowered it was.
You were just like, were you
Yeah.
just in the whole like buy?
I was like, oh, I'm gonna infuse it into another scout rifle, and then I realized I was like, wow, that was a really dumb idea.
I have done that.
Oh my gosh, it really bugs me.
Defend your home. That's my task right now.
That is your task right now. So
How do you even start?
the red lead.
There's
So
an iPad on the floor.
So there you go. Start shooting stuff. So
Oh, these
let's-
controllers are not
the-
made for me.
So I have it at a really high sensitivity. If you want to lower it after you kill this guy, please do. This is max sensitivity, by the way, because I'm an elitist and I have to play at max. This is max sensitivity. I fully admit it. I'm an elitist. But that's another feature. The engram system is a little bit more RNG. But they finally fixed but one of the features that they did, which I don't agree with, is the ease of getting exotic armor. In exotic. One of the features that they did. I don't know where you stand on that.
I think it's about right, to be honest.
You think?
Before it was so like relying on when Zer was around.
You know what? You're
And
100%
now
right.
I feel like they kind of spread it around the week.
Yeah.
They don't make it because, but previously you had to just like you wait for Friday.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you You wait for Friday to see what Zer
cool
had.
too. There was an excitement there, but I feel like they spread it around a little bit more.
I think 3 of coins was actually a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good, but they took that out. There's no more 3 of coins.
Yeah. But it was, I think it kind of had its time and its place in D1, but it's like to continue that for D2, it's like, I mean, while they're kind of doing, it kind of had a
Right. Kind of the loot.
Yeah.
The way you get loot.
The way you get loot and the variety of ways that you can get.
The way you get loot.
The way you get loot and NPCs that you on each NPCs that you it allows you to on each it gives you a reason to just stick around. It allows you to for a while rather than
for rep reason.
Yeah,
right?
for rep reasons, and I mean it's like I believe those weapons are like are they tied to the
Yes.
Or not,
So,
they are. Okay.
Well, here's the thing.
question I
So,
don't know the answer to.
no, that is not. I said yes, but no, that is not correct. Those weapons that are tied to the planet, you can actually get from legendary engrams that just randomly drop, which is not. I don't think they should have done that. I think you should be able to grind if you want a weapon, if you want a piece of armor. You should not just get it out of a random legendary engram that you got off some random enemy and get some random planets.
So I mean,
armor.
I mean it's I'm up to that like because there's those quests right
Yes.
for certain weapons that have multiple steps and then there's
Yes.
then there's certain weapons that you can only get through like for certain weapons and gram drop and
Right.
it's just like you were talking about before it's like I still haven't gotten this weapon even though I've grinded and grinded.
Right.
It's almost like it reminds me of Gallahorn.
Oh my gosh! Everybody wanted the Gallahorn.
Everybody wanted it, and then it's like
And then they
one
nerfed it.
person.
Yeah.
Well, they nerfed it, and then they gave it to everybody.
Yeah.
I know they gave it to everybody. It's like
so.
I don't know about that one. I think they did the same thing with the Mida multi-tool in D2. Like the Mida multi-tool exotic quest is so easy, and it's
and everybody has.
and
it.
everybody has it, and it dominates Crucible right now. Like I looked at it,
Yeah,
33% of people that go into Crucible have the Mida multi-tool.
It's like
and just
Thorn-
like
it's like Thorn and D1.
Oh
right?
my gosh.
There's a good like 5-month period with Thorn.
oh my
It's
god,
like-
it was so broken. That was the
and
most
I'm not
broken
gonna
hand
lie,
cannon.
I mean, I
I
was one
had
of
it.
those people
Oh,
who
yeah.
used it.
Oh, yeah.
Liberally. And
That was the most
great.
Oh yeah, easy.
Great PV weapon to be sure.
Yep, to be
One of
sure.
the greats.
One of the greats, and then they brought it back for Iron Banner. Was it Destiny Iron Banner? No, it's not called Iron Banner. What's it called? Was it Destiny?
So
No, it's
currently,
Banner. What's it called? What do we think?
what I the initial cutscene with Zavala in there.
What do we think?
They're getting attacked, and then out of nowhere, things come from the sky, and then that claw thing starts attaching itself to
Yes.
the
I don't want to
speaker.
spoil it for you.
But okay,
But
I
okay.
appreciate that,
Okay.
that part. It looked way larger in when it before it cut away, and then once you saw it actually attach, it's like this little itty bitty thing. Like, how's that only destroying the speaker? Like, I thought he was like all powerful.
So the Traveler, so it's not destroying him per se. You'll find out what happens.
Well, he's definitely not helping him.
It's for sure not helping him. But when we get to that point in the prologue here, you'll see what it actually does. It's not going to destroy the Traveler. It's actually going to
Oh, look at the little hooks.
yeah, the little hooks. But enough with the story.
Look at the little
How's the gameplay? You
I mean,
like the way the game is playing?
it
Do you like
feels-
the gunplay? I mean, Bungie revamped the entire gunplay, and they revamped how the actual game is played from a controller standpoint.
Really?
So they spent a lot of time. So Destiny is not considered a RPG with shooter elements. It's considered a shooter with RPG elements in it. So it's still a shooter at heart.
Damn, I gotta talk to the Bungie devs.
You gotta talk to the Bungie devs.
because it feels exactly the same as Destiny.
Yeah, I
1.
mean that's what Bungie said. I mean that they've revamped it.
I wonder how much of that is like,
That's what
just,
Bungie said.
well, I wouldn't say true. I mean, it feels like Destiny. A lot of ways, which is
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? That's not.
I enjoyed Destiny 1.
Yeah. You know what?
Destiny
Yep.
1, that, like,
It
the
was
shooting
there, yeah.
mechanics, the movement, all that.
Yeah.
Where I think they were just like top notch, and
Right.
the engine is, is unbelievable.
Right, exactly.
But I think maybe what they did, the engine is, is unbelievable.
Right, exactly.
Feels ever so slightly more responsive.
Right, it does
like
feel
they
more
shaved off a
responsive.
few milliseconds here or there, which is.
That's true.
You know, that's the mark of a good first person.
And I think they did a lot with hit detection. Hit detection's a lot better now. Back in Destiny 1, I like how we're kind of going back to Destiny 1, but it's the only thing I can base
You
base
should,
that
if
off.
you're gonna base
Yeah,
a sequel off
right.
the game, you should
Exactly.
probably do it based off the prequel.
So back in Destiny 1, the hit detection was horrible. If you can remember, I mean, sniper rifles were hitting headshots when
very loose.
It was very loose. So I mean, it actually feels better. Like when I hit a headshot in Destiny 2, I feel like I'm actually putting the bullet in their head.
All right, I'm lost right now.
Crouch.
I already wait. Actually, just
You already?
came through there. Yeah, so I
Oh,
just-
go through there.
it is.
Go through
Okay,
there. There we go.
Ticket.
This isn't a question from the board. This is a question from the moderator.
Okay.
Do you know what it's like to put a bullet in someone's head? Because if so,
No, I mean no. Of course not.
Valid question. Valid follow-up
It's a
question.
valid question.
Sure hope not.
Yeah, no. People watching, I don't know how it feels to put a bullet in somebody's head. Oh my gosh.
Simulated bullet.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I mean, I
Highly
played a lot of Call of
simulated,
Duty, so I mean, that's pretty close.
We all know that the Battle of Normandy was really accurate in Call of Duty.
Yeah, right.
You'll have to give us your full review of Call of Duty.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna be playing that on stream,
Yeah,
people.
that's a
So
really
tune in
good-
for that stream. That's
Video
gonna
for
be
that was
a.
lot of fun.
Oh, did you?
Do we
play
know
it?
any World War II vets? Could we like ask them how it doesn't compare anything at all to being in an
I
actual
hope not.
foxhole?
I mean, at the,
I doubt they would want to talk about it.
ask him
Right?
quick. Yeah.
Do we still have any of them
Quick if you are
around?
Yeah, right.
I think the last ones are just the ones that lied about their age, that they were actually 16.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Stanley.
Stan Lee, exactly. Stan Lee.
You know, one thing I do want to say about this is that maybe it's because of I'm not sure if it's because of just improvements to the engine, or also because this was only on Xbox One. I'm not sure if it's for
You know
so
what?
because it's not on PS3 and it was on 60.
You're
Is
right.
that the environments, particularly like Earth, are so because it's not
Way richer?
They're freaking huge compared to the first.
Yep. You're
That's
you're
just
100% right because Bungie didn't have to make a game to go backwards. to make it be able to go backwards.
Right.
So
Bigger environments, and
Yeah.
there's a lot more. They're a lot more dense with like activities.
Yep.
So it's like that's the one thing that, and I think that's probably why people play Destiny such long periods is that you never run out of things to do.
right, exactly. Like I'm still farming public events on planets because I still don't have Nameless Midnight. People, I can't tell you enough how bad I want this Scout Rifle.
Midnight.
It's-
The nameless weapon.
oh man, it's so sick.
It's funny you bring up public events though, because I feel like public events this time around are
They're actually cool to do.
they're awesome.
They're actually
awesome this
really
time
cool to
around.
do.
They feel like spontaneous. and
Right.
There's this cool kind of mechanic where
Right.
when you find a beacon for
Whoa,
public
what the
events, that you can just you activate it and it calls people. It says like starting in like 2 minutes
Right.
or 3 minutes.
Exactly.
And it like
Yes.
it brings all these people just random like
I mean, people come out of the woodwork to try and get to the public events.
and that's where I think like when Destiny was first announced and they were talking about imagine this share world shooter. That's where that stuff you see that like vision kind of come together and
Right.
you're just like okay, this is cool.
right.
You know?
Exactly.
It feels like I don't want to say like an MMO, but it's kind of that.
But
same
you get that
tribe.
feel like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm doing something and somebody's nearby and just so happened to be, and they're all like, hey, cool, you're doing it. I'm going to do it with you. We're both going to do it.
Yeah.
That's what basically public events are. You don't
But
need
Peter, what about the air fights?
What about
Oh my
The
gosh.
space fights?
Bungie, you failed me. I thought we were going to get space fights.
I know.
To be
I know.
honest, I wanted. I mean, I have this cool ship
As a-
that
as
has
a-
guns.
As a project manager yourself,
yeah.
Well, D3, maybe D3.
I have this cool ship
They do a
that has
D3.
guns.
as a project
I don't know. I mean, maybe, probably.
That would be kind of cool.
yeah.
But there is more of like a
To the diamond.
particularly I think like the one thing that people maybe were looking or at least I was looking for.
To the diamond.
Particularly, I think the killer battles just kind of like that's what Halo did
Right.
so well, right?
Yes, they did.
Warhogs, Scorpion tanks, and all that. And there's a little bit in D1 and the campaign for this. There's some
Yeah.
great
There's a
stuff.
Drake
Yeah,
tank.
I don't want to.
Oh.
I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but if you are looking for those,
Oh, I just ruined it.
those high. Well, I'm not. Well, I mean, I don't think you didn't.
I just like
Yeah.
how there's like freaking
No.
the
Yeah.
downfall
I know.
of the
Dude, this guy
Stars.
is.
And he's still going
you know
to town
what?
on that
He's
spot right there.
really, really funny. He actually has a story, and I don't want to spoil it for you. Maybe I just do. Maybe I do want to spoil it for you.
Be that guy.
I'm gonna be that guy right now. Oh, I moved the mic. So he is actually the rep vendor for the raid. You find him under the tower in a little bunker room sweeping, and you go to him to turn in your rep tokens that you get from the raid.
Oh wow,
It's really funny.
That's pretty brilliant.
It's actually really brilliant. It's
That's
so
classic-
funny.
Classic Bungie. They're so
Classic.
good at Putting in putting in humor where
Right,
where
it's
perfect.
so great. Like little Easter eggs here and there, and it's fun. And oh my gosh, Cade 6, classic. Like little Easter eggs here and there.
Nathan Fillion,
Yep.
great voice actor,
Oh yes, he did.
great actor in general.
Yep, he's worked with Bungie actually already. He was Buck in ODST.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot. It's interesting. There's a lot of like ODST elements I find in
Yeah.
D2, particularly the submachine gun is
Yes.
straight out of ODST.
Yep.
So is
or
this
Halo 2?
is this a newer section of the tower that we're exposed
Yes,
to now?
so you're
It's very Blade Runner.
yes, very. You went to the tower when I was playing, and you
Yes.
saw that it kind of was changed. It wasn't the same tower that was in D1.
Right.
It kind of was all people are kind of rebuilding at this point because we just had our city destroyed. So you see people kind of like hanging around doing work and building stuff, and stuff is all destroyed around you, and
Gotcha.
people are trying to find.
This area though, with all the lighting, like the neon lights, looks it looks so good, and I mean it's only going to look better on Xbox One because they're going to be doing
HDR stuff.
Yeah.
they're going to be doing the HDR stuff, which they're also going to be doing better on Xbox One Pro. So playing this on PS4 Pro, just they're going to be. It already looks great on Xbox One and regular. But oh man, like I don't know if it's at
Oh,
1440p or I think it's a dynamic resolution. It looks fantastic. It looks really
looks
good.
really good.
I think it's a dynamic
But
resolution.
yeah, I mean, we're coming up on the first kind of like boss here. And
I've been trying
you
to
have
get
your,
used to
you know,
your really super high sensitivity.
Why don't you change it?
Because
You can change it.
Just
I can
change
adapt
it.
to super
I need
fast
to
twitch-like
adapt.
reflexes.
You haven't unlocked your defensive thing where you
No, where he puts the shield down.
that is really like
Look
that's
controls.
perfect for
Yes.
for PvP.
No.
I'm gonna go to 1.
It changes things.
Go to 3. It's default.
Yeah.
Oh, 3 is default?
What was it on?
It was 10.
Are you? Do you really play with that?
Yeah.
Oh man. Is that? Do you find that in PvP that gives you a
It
little bit
finds
of
that I can turn and keep track, kind of ADS, better.
Yeah.
Just because Destiny really doesn't have a lot of ADS in it. There isn't a lot of help when you're trying to aim. So people say that lower sensitivity will help you ADS better. I think that a faster
ADS?
ADS is
aim down sights.
yeah, aim down
So
sights.
like iron sights, like L2 or
Yep.
left trigger. On
So
Xbox
if you notice, when a lot of games like Call of Duty will implement ADS, and when you like look at a target and they start running, your reticle starts to move with them, and it actually helps you. By the way, sickest cutscene in the entire game.
Oh, we should
I
pop in.
wish with them, and it actually helps you. By the way, sickest cutscene.
And we'll be right back.
Wish commercial time.
coolest cutscene.
Yeah.
Not one bit.
Your controller, Master Jake.
GameFly is still the best way to rent and buy video games because we can play all the new and classic games. All our favorite games still come right to our mailbox for one low monthly fee and no late fees ever. So we can play in our living room for as long as we want, no matter where our living room is.
Start your free trial at GameFly.com today. Also, play games streamed directly to smart TVs and streaming media players. Product shown rated E through T.
And we're back.
Hey.
Hey.
What happened? What is the...
I didn't. We are.
Is it loading again?
I think we're loading for the game. Oh, there we go. We got the loading.
That's loading.
Loading bar. But as we were saying, ADS, you see the reticle kind of go with the target when it's moving. In Destiny, there isn't a lot of ADS.
I feel like I could go a little faster, actually.
It's like, well, it's interesting because in like Call of Duty,
In Destiny,
it's like
there
the
isn't a lot of
spread of bullets. It's like a tighter grouping.
Yes.
So there's like, not only does it help you with like a little bit of auto aim assist.
Yes.
It just helps you hit the target.
Right.
In Destiny, I think that's a little less. To
Right.
You can hit fire in this and target. Right. And less of a spread.
Right.
But you also see guns that have that perk of like reduced hip fire spread. So
Yes.
there's really little difference between those guns.
Right.
There's very little difference,
Right.
if any at all.
Uriel's Gift, the auto rifle that I was using, has that perk along with high cal rounds. But no, I totally agree. Like the hip fire in Call of Duty, the spread is a lot bigger. That's why they need kind of the ADS to help them out when they aim down sights, because a lot of the time you are aiming down sights in Call of Duty. Back in the day, COD 4 days, MP5 silenced was you could fire from the hip and still hit somebody in the face pretty easily. So
not so much with an MG.
no, not so much with an LMG. No. That's why you had 200 bullets in the mag.
One of them's about to hit
Yeah, why they're bound to die.
Or even hip firing. You know, like
Right.
it's very like
It was
did
it.
just
Yeah.
it's just exact.
Yep. Right. So no, the hip fire in D2 is another thing that they updated. Whoever asked that question, was it Dom?
Imbrodus.
Dimbrodus.
Dimbrodus.
Dimbrodus. So
Ooh, I can shoot it.
To answer your question, there's a lot.
There it is.
there's a lot.
Yes.
There's a
It's a
lot.
lot. There's more density, larger
Yeah.
scale, and less.
There it is.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Less grind. A little less grind.
Yeah,
A
it
little
definitely
more
went on a diet. Definitely trimmed a lot of fat off of it. Definitely But you're just honestly, Dembrodis, you're just gonna have to play it. Honestly, rent it from GameFly. GameFly.
How would you go about doing that?
So go on GameFly.com. Rent it from first page, free trial offer.
30-day free
30-day free trial offer.
Cancel anytime.
Anytime.
But what is it? So what does that entail? Like what's the process like? You
So-
sign up and then what happens?
Sign up, put your game in queue. The game will be sent to you via your U.S. Postal Service, 3 to 5 business days, and boom, you got the game. You're ready to go. You're ready to rock and roll. No late fees. So definitely, you're ready to go. Use that to your advantage. So when you get the game. It's going to come in a mailer, so it's basically it's a delivery package to you and a return package in the same mailer. So when you open it up, it's going to say GameFly on it. It's going to tell you basically 8,000 titles, no late fees on it. Basically, just kind of bullet point you down. You'll open it. It's going to have a disc in a little brown cardboard sleeve. And that's basically your game. It's an actual Destiny game. It's not some copied game that has Sharpie on it. It's an actual Destiny game.
What about the disc, the package, the original packaging? Where's that set?
The original packaging?
He's waiting for you in the warehouse once you actually purchase the game. If you like it.
Bingo!
Keep it at a reduced cost.
Reduced costs. We also have used games. So if you like Destiny and you want to keep it just in general, and you just want to own it, we'll give you a reduced cost. If you like Destiny, you just press the keep button.
Where do you find it?
The keep button is on your actual account or in your queue. They'll have queue and then games out. You'll see the game. If you like it, hit keep, and it's yours to have. I mean, there's nothing much to it. If you like it, hit keep, and it's yours to keep it.
We send you the original packaging as if it were a new game.
So within a couple days, you get the original disc packaged mailed to you.
Full instruction manual, all the
shebang.
above, the whole shebang.
Everything you expect when you buy a new. Do this.
Even the DLC.
Even the deals.
Even the deals at the game.
Well, I think that's included.
Yes,
That's
and
included.
yep,
That's
you're right.
So that can be skins,
Even
or
the-
map packs. It depends on the game. But you can do this on GameFly.com or we'll shout out here to the GameFly mobile app.
Whoa, the
available
plug!
on
The plug!
iOS and Android. So a lot of
A lot of cool stuff.
if you really like news from GameSpot and fully interactive product pages with video previews for GameSpot, you're probably going to have a good time with the app.
If you like an easy way to manage your queue, you're gonna love the app.
You're gonna love that. Yeah. You're gonna use the app over the website.
But if you want to use the website anyway, you're going to have a good time.
For sure.
I mean, as long as you
Use the app
I
over
think
the website.
if you have a
Easy.
good time,
Guaranteed.
Easy.
Also, you get rewards over time.
Yes, you do.
Every
Ooh, what kind of rewards can they
You get
redeem?
Every 3 months, you get a rewards over time. Dollar amount off.
What kind of rewards can they redeem?
Every 3 months. Game.
$5.
$5. And then over time, you can accrue up to 10% off. Well, up to $15, but you can also accrue a certain percent off.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah.
So we have a pretty good program also. In
Grenade.
addition to getting some of the hottest titles for PS4,
Xbox
Xbox
One, Nintendo Switch.
We're in the middle of the sale right now.
here we are.
So guys, go get your free trial started. No joke. You're gonna enjoy it. For sure. Go get your free
I mean, we can't play all these games by ourselves.
Yeah, I know, seriously.
We have to ship them out.
Yeah, right. We have to share.
We just have too many games.
We do have
What are we
over
gonna-
9,000 titles.
What are we going to do with all of them?
We got games
I mean,
going back all the way
my
to
backlog is just absurd right now. This year alone, you're talking on PS4. You're talking Neo. You're talking Nier Automata. You're
Oh,
talking
Nier Automata,
Final
that's great.
Fantasy 12.
Yeah.
Which is a fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm not a big remaster guy, but I gotta say, don't sleep on that one.
Yeah.
A lot of fantastic stuff. Gran Turismo.
Oh, Gran Turismo Sport looks great. Forza 7 if you like some racing games. We have.
It's a great time to be alive if you're
Yeah,
racing.
I mean at this
It's
point.
a great time to be alive if you just like games in general.
I mean, it's a
because
great
this
time to be
year,
alive to be a gamer. Yeah. To be honest.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We're spoiled this year.
We are spoiled.
It's just,
We are spoiled.
And then Nintendo Switch, I mean, Breath of the Wild, all that stuff.
Oh, that was great.
All that's available.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Splatoon 2, need I say more? Arms.
that was
Great.
first-hand experience, guys. Not just some people brought off the street to say this.
Cool.
Except for me.
Except for Peter. Yeah. Except for Peter.
Thank you for bringing me.
No, thank
He's
you
a
for
paid
being here.
spokesman.
Thank you for letting me play all the games.
All the games.
Do you want to play all the games, peoples? No. I think you do. You can do that by letting me play all the games. Or again, do you want to play all
Or the
And I think, yeah.
Oh.
Did we not? Did we not speak up?
Project!
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 To reiterate.
Yeah, right.
You guys are then following on.
Yeah.
Don't do that. You're on mic, you're on camera. Angel, sit up there.
So,
But wrap it up. It's time to go.
Angel, we are coming down to the last couple minutes. We need to get this done. I want
Speed
you.
run.
Speed run.
Wrong way. Go the other
At the
way.
end of something.
Yeah.
This is at the end of the prologue. We're getting to the point where we meet the boss. So drop all the way down. All the way down. All the way down. Ooh. Hit the. Oh, like a pro. Go through the
can't
doors
even
that are
run
green.
backwards? Can't even run backwards?
I mean, why would you want to run backwards? That's a dude. That's a guy with the flamethrower.
That's a dude.
That's a dude. But we're nearing the end. I'm sure Angel has enjoyed his.
Why is it just me by myself against all these guys?
Because you're a guardian and you're awesome.
I thought they took. Oh wait, I
Use
don't
your
know
super.
that part yet, huh?
Do it.
How'd I do that?
Press both the bumpers at the same time. Kaboom!
I've been meaning to use that.
Oh man, so OP. That was a Nova bomb, people. So OP. It's such a gorgeous freaking super. So go through.
Oh.
What we're gonna. This is the tricky part,
Slap it in the
and
face.
I'm gonna walk you through this. Okay. You're gonna don't
the thing.
shoot that. Shoot the blade. Shoot the diamond.
Oh.
Shoot the diamond.
Diamond. Heavy
You have to
weapon.
go down.
A little lower.
A little lower.
Yeah, a little lower.
Yeah.
The like white hot part.
Yep. White hot. Icy hot. Or icy hot. You know, I'd never used this whole like little part to dodge those. I always tried to jump over those, and I did. I jumped over those.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
Very acrobatic.
Oh, now the thing.
I thank you. I appreciate that. I like to do everything hard mode. Run. Oh, jumped! See, hard mode, right there. So just go into the little indentation. You can't kill those. See, hard
All
mode.
that.
There we go. You have to kill three times. So there's going to be another diamond. There we go. So sprint. Please don't catch him. Please don't catch him. Ah! Nice. Okay. Biggest jump of your life. Here we go. This is what separates man from the boys. Biggest jump of your life. Here we go. This is what. Yes. Go that way, and then go to that little indentation over there. No, not in it. I want to.
Over there?
Yep. Angel wanted to be the reactor for a couple seconds.
Did. I don't want to destroy energy. I want to create
Because
it.
he's the man. Angel's the freaking man. So we lost communication with everybody. Savala, Cade, whatever her face is. Oh, in the cutscene, people. Ikora, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't play a Morlock. I wouldn't know. Oh, there we are. There's Angel.
Okay, so that's what I look like.
Yep.
Even though I didn't.
Mr. Daft Punk.
He is Mr. Daft Punk. It's totally true.
Really, low level stuff is definitely like modeled after Daft Punk. Like,
oh, balls. So to answer your question,
Right. That's what he
the
was doing this
Traveler
whole time.
is not killed. The light gets taken away from all the Guardians.
That's what he was doing this whole time. Well, maybe they should light as energy. Or they ate regular food. They'd have energy to
No
go about.
photosynthesis. for them.
Yeah. What are they, plants?
I should have thought of that.
No photosynthesis.
I call it the reverse Sparta.
It is a reverse Sparta, and he is the jacked Death Vader.
Jack Vader, yeah.
It's Jack Vader.
It's like Vader
Jack
mixed with
Vader.
It's like Vader mixed with Bane mixed with the Blizzard character.
Yeah, exactly.
Jack.
Oh, Traveler. Yeah, exactly.
You were born in the light.
You were born in it. That totally makes sense.
Hey, Feldog, Fear the Raid Gore wants a shout out.
Shout out. Fear the Raid Gore. Oh my gosh, Fear the Raid Gore.
Do you know who that is?
I'm pretty sure I know who that is. He is actually, he might be the guild leader of my WoW guild. And he's also the guild leader. So, I think that's him.
Identify yourself.
Identify yourself.
Destiny 2.
There we go. So you just got reverse Sparta kicked into a foot to the face. So, guys, that
what?
is...
No.
You don't fight that dude?
Not yet.
No, not yet.
Yeah. Oh,
Have
yeah.
you not?
I did, I don't remember.
Right, you fight... So, we're not going to spoil it for you, but the bad guy's got to die at the end of this.
Oh, right, yeah. Right.
Right.
It's your
Yes.
It's pretty cool.
So,
On that
It's
note,
very, very cool.
yeah.
Hats off to
Cool.
Bungie.
Well, you guys got... Yeah.
Say goodbye.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for letting me crash your party.
no problem, man.
Yeah.
Anytime.
I mean, I'm first person Feldy,
The Data Angel.
and that's Peter. You guys just got to see kind of where you get to start out in Destiny. You got to see the prologue and kind of where the end game leads you, and kind of where all the armor and weapons and stuff kind of take place, and what you can use and stuff like that. So we kind of give you a taste of both worlds. But thank you for stopping by, listening. Like we said, go to GameFly.com, start your free trial, get this game, put it in your queue, get it, play it. It's a great game. It's probably one of the highlights of this year. So also go to GameFly's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram page. Go follow us. Next week, we're going to be telling you guys when we stream on those social media platforms. So you'll get if you follow us, you'll get a little message saying, hey, we're going live in an hour. So it kind of gives you some time to prep, get a drink, get some food, snacks,
comfy.
whatever you like.
Play along with us if you
Yeah.
wanna play with us.
Yeah, exactly.
Join our fire team.
Yeah,
It would be great to
it would be
join
awesome
our
to play
team.
with you guys. Yeah, we can put together a GameFly clan that you guys can join, and we can play together and do some stuff.
earn some clan XP. That's
Earn
the
some
other
clan
thing they have in
XP.
this one. It's like
That's right.
The social component of this
Yeah.
Destiny 2 is way more like
It's
more
so
tight.
right. It's so community based.
Well,
Like
engineered,
it's great. It's great. So definitely look out for that. We'll post that on our social media platform also. But
Please be excited.
Please be excited.
Please be
But
excited. Please clap.
but that's it for us. We'll see you next week. Peace out.
Bye-bye.
But that's it for us. We'll see you next week. Peace out.